In Malaysia, as in most parts of Asia, rheumatic valvular heart disease is still quite prevalent, and its major impact would be on, amongst other things, on women in the childbearing age group. This group of women have got a unique problem in which, as a result of physiological changes that occurs in them during the period of pregnancy, it may have an impact on their condition if they have an existing valvular heart disease. For most number of women, they may be entirely asymptomatic and they may go through their pregnancy and even delivery without any complications. But a significant number of women who would develop complications, which include congestive heart failure, they may even develop infective endocarditis, or they may develop thromboembolic phenomenon as a result of hypercoagulable changes within their cardiovascular system. The growing fetus itself may have an impact because as the uterus gets bigger, especially in the third trimester, the growing uterus may compress on the inferior vena cava, resulting in reduced in venous return, and as a result of that, the patient may become hypotensive, and this may have an impact on the growth of the fetus itself, or may result in the patients developing antepartum complications, which include antepartum hemorrhages and all that. The options which are available for patients with valvular heart disease, especially in the childbearing age group, would be to address the issues prior to any pregnancy. This will have to be discussed with the patients, obviously, and the husband, and to prepare what would be a planned option for this group of patients. Unfortunately, there are some patients who do not realize that they may have had valvular heart disease and may present in pregnancy. So some patients, their surgery can be planned electively, but there are a group of patients where surgery may have to be done as an emergency, and obviously there's a risk to the mother and the fetus. So what are the options which are available for patients with valvular heart disease in pregnancy? Obviously, if the valve is repairable, then that will be the best option. However, if it's not deemed repairable, then quite a number of options which are available, which will include valve replacement, either with the use of a mechanical valve, or a bioprosthetic valve, or a homograph. Each of these options have its own merits and also its own complications. Now, a mechanical valve would require anticoagulation with warfarin or Coumadin. And a mechanical valve obviously is a foreign body within the heart, and it has a tendency to form clots as a result of having a bigger surface area of foreign tissue or metal alloy. So patients have to be warfarinized. The warfarin itself has got its own complications in relation to the pregnancy. It may cause bleeding tendencies as a result of over anticoagulation, or as a result of under anticoagulation, patients may develop clots within the heart, and patients may then develop thromboembolic phenomena, including strokes. During the gestational period, especially the first trimester where the fetus is developing, warfarin itself has an impact on the fetus itself, resulting in embryopathies or even abortions. So this group of patients will have to be closely monitored and may even have to spend a period of time in the hospital on intravenous heparin to prevent all the complications associated with warfarin. However, pregnancy may or may not be planned, and it's sometimes difficult to anticipate when the patient is pregnant. So those are risks which are involved with mechanical valves. As far as tissue valves are concerned, that's a very good option. However, there's always the fear of a redo operation in the future, which sometimes may be unfounded because redo surgery nowadays in most centers can be done quite safely. A bioprosthetic valve replacement with any of the tissue valves gives a much safer as well as a physiological option to patients undergoing valve surgery and subsequent consideration for pregnancy. And that would probably be my advice to ladies who have valvular heart disease but wish to still consider to be pregnant and have baby and have a safe delivery. So in terms of patients with valvular heart disease in pregnancy, my choice of surgery would be to recommend most patients, and obviously this has to be discussed with the patient and her family, and the decision would be a collective decision between the doctors as well as the patient and her family members as to what would be the best options for them. And in my opinion, I would say that a tissue valve replacement would be a safe option for the patient, but obviously the final decision will have to be made by the patient and the husband and the family members.